Good afternoon, Scouts fans. We are live from northern Colorado Ice Arena in Fort Collins, Colorado. Today, the 12U AA Scouts match up against the Boulder Hockey Club out of Boulder, Colorado. This is our first game of the weekend here in Fort Collins. We've got one more scheduled for tonight at 4:20 p.m. and then two more games tomorrow. So for the game today, a couple notes. We'll be missing Parker and Nolan, unfortunately. So we'll be running a little bit shorter shifts. Kids will be playing maybe some different positions than what they're normally up front, but we'll get through those absences and play through the weekend. So today we've got Anthony Marks starting the game. On defense, we've got Mintz and Kane up front, Godfrey, Lee, and Colmer. Hudson wins the draw back to Miles. Miles gets it out to neutral zone. Boulder tries to dump it in. Not successful there. Miles steps up, makes a nice play to Pelly, and Hudson dumps it in to the offensive zone. Goalie covers. Have a face-off coming up in the offensive zone. A quick line change. Carson, Steven, Hiram up front. Got Brianna and Harper on defense. Brianna dumps the puck back in deep. Boulder grabs it. Hiram controlling the puck down in the corner. Sends it back to Brianna on the point. Nice pass. Good shot to the net. Just a little wide, and Steven's going to take a penalty for tripping, a delayed call. And Steven will go to the box for tripping. "12 minutes, 11 seconds left in the first. Scouts will be on the penalty kill. Hudson, Mintz, Schutzler, and Kane out on the penalty kill. Boulder wins the draw back to the point. Shot. There goes Hudson. Potential breakaway. He's in on the breakaway. Yeah. Great shot by Hudson. Short-handed goal. That's a good way to start. Boulder's going to be anxious to score here, so need to play good defense. 1:19 left in the penalty. Boulder dumps the puck in. Mintz sends it over to Kane. Kane up the glass. Boulder dumps it in. Anthony covers. We'll have a face-off. Offensive zone. 58 seconds left in the penalty. 11:38 left in the period. Line change. We got Harper, Brianna on defense, Hiram, and Calvin out on the penalty kill up front. Hiram wins the draw forward. Puck handles in the corner, sends it around the boards. Boulder defenseman can't control it out to neutral zone. And we have a stoppage in play, offsides. 50 seconds left in the penalty kill. Draw goes to the wall. Boulder controls down the wall, sends it to the middle. Brianna does a nice job sending it to the corner. Up to Calvin on the wall. Over to Hiram up the middle. There he goes. Potential breakaway here for Hiram. Oh. Good try by Hiram. Puck came loose, rolled off his stick. He had to shoot off his backhand, so good try. We'll switch up some players here. Mintz and Kane back on defense. Colmer, Godfrey up front. 29 seconds left in the penalty kill. Pelly sends it forward. Quick shot on net by Luke. It's a great shot. Mintz keeps it in. Pelly's down low in the corner with the puck. Boulder controls, breaks out of the zone, sends it across. Boulder dumps it in. Kane goes back, picks up the puck, controls it. The penalty is now over, so we're back to full strength. Colmer up through neutral zone. Back to Kane. Up to Colmer on the wall. Kane controls coming out of the zone. He's going to take that in and dump it into the Boulder end. Boulder intercepts, sends it to the neutral zone. They dump it in. Miles picks it up. Sends it up to Carson. He tips it, and that's going to roll in on net, no icing. Goalie plays it to the corner. Boulder controls back behind their net. Nice pass up to the center, breaking out. Up to their forward. They come into the zone. Attempted shot is blocked there by Brianna. Harper sends it up to Carson on the wall. Back to the corner. Harper sends it up the glass. Carson tries to control it. Battle for it on the wall. Oh, loose puck up to Steven in the neutral zone. He comes in on the left side. Deep in the corner. He tries to throw it up front and gets taken out. Loose puck comes back to Mintz in the zone. Boulder picks up that loose puck, comes into the zone. Good job by Hiram back checking there. Miles throws it up the glass out of the zone. Now Miles controls up to Schutzler on the wall. He dumps it into the zone, back behind the net. Hiram's in there to get it. Kyle's open up front. He sends it back to Miles on the point. Hiram comes across the circles, makes a nice shot. Got tipped high up off the glass. Calvin back to the point. Miles controls, sends it to the net. Oh, tipped by their defender. Goalie covers. We'll have a full line change here. Hudson at center, Colmer, Godfrey on the wings. Brianna and Harper on defense. 8:29 left in the first period. Puck comes back to Harper. He dumps it back into the zone. Luke sends it behind the net. Hudson over to get it in the corner. Sends it to Pelly behind the net. He tries to get it to Luke up front. Oh, Hudson back to the point. Brianna with a shot. Oh, nice tip out front. That deflected wide. Hudson intercepts in the corner. He goes to the net with it. Tries to control. Gets lost in his skates. Boulder controls the loose puck. Now they come out of the zone. They go into our zone. Send the puck wide. Down into the corner. They try to center it. It goes right on net. Anthony covers. 7:51 left in the first period. Scouts will change here. Miles and Mintz back on defense. Steven, Hiram, Carson up front. Hiram runs it to the wall. Boulder controls that puck, actually. Hiram does a nice job of poking that puck loose and getting control. He's coming up the left zone, sends it over to Carson. They come into the zone onsides. Good play. They dump it in behind the net. Steven comes in and collides with one of their defenders. Both of them go down. Boulder controls into the zone. They center it to the high slot. Nobody seems to want it. Passing the puck around the zone. Shoots the puck high up off the outside of the cage. Miles controls, sends it up the wall to Kyle. Kyle coming in. He dumps it in deep. Chases it. Back behind the net. We're changing, so he's got some trailers. He loses possession up on the wall. Boulder comes out of the zone. Hudson back checks, takes the puck, dumps it in. Kyle's chasing along with Calvin. Boulder tries to break up the wall. Brianna intercepts, sends it back in deep. Up the wall again. Calvin with the puck. He kind of throws it to the net. Boulder throws the puck out of the zone. It goes off Harper into our zone. Harper in the corner. He throws it up the wall. Nobody's there. They try to get it to the net. No success there. Brianna picks it up. Sends it up to Hiram. Hiram chips it out of the zone. Oh, he just missed that loose puck. He could have had a breakaway there, but Boulder gets possession, dumps it in deep into the scout zone. Harper picks it up, chips it up the wall. Luke's there to send it to the middle. Pelly picks it up. They came back out to avoid the offsides call. Mintz sends it up to Luke. They lose control. Boulder picks up. They come back into the zone. Nice toe drag shot there. Deflected off of Harper. Good block. Pelly battles on the wall. The puck goes down deep. Mintz picks it up. Head up. Good job. Up the wall to Luke. And a loose puck out in the slot. They take a nice shot. Almost score there. Good deflection. Shot from the point is blocked by Harper. Harper sends it up off the glass and down the ice. Hiram's chasing. It's not going to be icing. We have 5 minutes left in the first period. Ooh, Steven almost intercepted an errant pass out of the zone. Boulder picks up, regroups nicely, comes into the zone. Our defense and back checkers are doing an amazing job this period, coming back and making sure they don't have much to work with in our zone. Miles chips the loose puck behind the net over to Brianna in the corner. Brianna's looking to break out. She sends it up on net, so no icing. Carson's on it. He chases it down in the corner. Hudson there to help. Loose puck comes up the wall. Boulder gets possession of it. They send it up. They come through the neutral zone, enter the offensive zone. Good delay move there. Good block. Brianna does a nice job. Gets it out. She sends it down the ice for an icing call. That was a good icing. 4 minutes left in the first period. Fresh legs out on the ice. Hiram, Kyle, Calvin up front. Harper and Mintz back on defense. Hiram wins a nice draw back to the corner. Mintz picks it up, sends it up the wall to Kyle. Kyle controls. The defenseman does a nice job of keeping it in the zone. They control it, send it out front. Chip back behind the zone. It looks like Owen's going to get called for a checking penalty here. Or a roughing call, whatever you want to call it. So 3:37 left in the first. Scouts go back on the penalty kill. Harper and Miles back on defense. Kyle and Hiram out front. Hiram's going to take the draw. Sends it back. Good draw win there. Miles loses possession. Does a nice job of poking that puck loose. Boulder player picks it up. He sends it out to the defenseman. Kyle's there to put some pressure on. There we go. Harper sends it up to Kyle. Kyle's chasing it down into the Boulder end. Boulder sends it up the wall. They break up through the neutral zone. They bring it into the zone. Nice poke check by Harper. Good back check by Kyle. Kyle takes it around, back behind the net. Harper sends it into the empty corner. Miles is going to have plenty of time with it. He might go end to end with it here. He loses possession right after the blue line. We got a 2-on-2 coming. We got a couple back checkers though. They shoot it on net. Anthony with a good save. 34 seconds left in the penalty. 2:40 left in the period. Scouts do a line change. We've got Calvin and Hudson up front. Brianna. Harper still out on the ice. Hudson wins the draw back to Harper. He sends it up the wall. Hudson picks it up, and they're going to a delayed penalty on Boulder here. So we'll be even up here for 22 seconds, 4-on-4. 2:29 left in the first. Face-off will go down to the Boulder end after that penalty. Same personnel out for the Scouts. Hudson, Calvin, Harper, Brianna. Got a little bit of a delay here. Oh, clock issue.
Let's go, Scouts! Here we go, Scout! You got it! Yeah, you got it!
Hudson wins the draw. He picks up the loose puck, carries it, sends it into the corner. Calvin has the puck. He comes around high up off the circles. He sends it down low to Hudson. Hudson picks it up. He stops in the corner, controls it, heads to the net. Hudson tried to shoot it on net on the ice. Goaler wasn't expecting it, but he made the save. Boulder breaks out through the neutral zone into the defensive zone of the Scouts. Harper sends it up the wall. 50 seconds left on the power play. Boulder's doing a nice job of holding the puck in our zone. We got to get control and get out of the zone here. Hiram picks up the puck. He tries to get it up to Pelly on the wall. He's still got control of it. He sends it up to Pelly. The puck goes out of the zone. Pelly's chasing it down into the neutral zone. Hiram not sure what the stoppage is. We got 12 seconds left on the power play. May have called a hand pass in the neutral zone there. Not sure. Inadvertent if it was. Hiram, Colmer, Godfrey up front. Owen and Miles on defense. Hiram chips it up. Gets it to the net. Oh, nice goal. Nice backhand goal by Hiram. Great individual effort there by Hiram. Chipping it by right off the draw and taking it to the net with a great backhander. 2-0 Scouts with 1:05 left in the first. That'll end the power play. Hiram off the draw again. He chips it to himself. Oh, he tries to get it over to Luke with a nice pass, but Boulder did a nice job of intercepting that. They bring it into our defensive zone. Good block there by Miles, getting in the way. Hiram takes it up to the neutral zone. He carries, loses possession, gains possession, throws it to the net. Bully makes a nice glove save. 45 seconds left in the first period. We'll do a wholesale change here. We got Carson, Hudson, Steven up front. Brianna, Harper on defense. Hudson wins it back to Steven. Steven works with it along the wall. He tries to stick handle through some defenders, loses the puck. Boulder sends it up to the neutral zone. Brianna had it for a minute, sends it over to the middle. Hudson sends it down the ice. That might go on net. Oh, it is icing. 23 seconds left in the first. Face off to the left of Marks. Hudson, Steven, Carson still up front. Harper, Brianna on defense. Hudson wins it back to Brianna in the corner. She tries to send it up to Steven on the wall. That didn't make it there. Boulder had a nice shot on Anthony. Turnaround wrister, but Anthony's there to make the save. 16 seconds left. We're going to change out some defensemen here. Owen and Miles out on D. Boulder wins the draw back to their point. They shoot it. Hudson blocked it. Turnaround shot by Boulder was a nice one. Anthony made a nice save. 10 seconds left. Right to Boulder in the slot, and Anthony makes an unbelievable save. Point blank shot right in that open slot area. It doesn't get any better than that. Anthony with an amazing save. 6 seconds left. We're going to change out the forwards. Hiram, Schutzler, Peterson up front now. Hiram wins the draw forward. Boulder dumps it in. And that'll end the period. 2-0 Scouts. That was a great period. Okay, getting ready to start the second period. 2-0 Scouts. Hiram, Kyle, Calvin out up front. Harper, Brianna back on D. Boulder picks up the loose puck off the faceoff. They come in and they shoot it immediately. The puck goes wide and behind the net. They send it up front to the slot. They had another great opportunity. They couldn't handle it. Calvin takes it out of the neutral zone. He sends it in, sends it deep. He throws it to the front of the net. Nobody home. Brianna takes a slap shot. It gets deflected out front. Boulder picks up the puck. They chip it up the wall. Kyle picks it up, takes a nice shot on net. Calvin deflected that one, but it went wide. Hiram fighting for the puck in the corner. Boulder sends it down the ice. This should be icing. Good pressure in the offensive zone for the Scouts there. Hudson, Pelly, Luke up front. Miles, Owen on defense. Hudson loses the draw to the wall. Puck comes out to neutral zone. Miles picks it up. He spins around, tries to get it to Huddy on the wall. He couldn't handle it. Boulder picks it up in the neutral zone. They chip it up the wall. They're coming into the zone. Good back check by Pelly. Miles sends it up the ice to Hudson. There's a hooking there that did not get called. Oh, he did call it, by golly. The guy coming up the back, he called it. And he's calling a roughing penalty on Boulder. I'm not sure where that was. Behind the play, possibly, but Scouts will go on a power play with 11:48 left in the second period. Hiram's going to come out and center Luke and Pelly up front. Owen and Miles back on D. Loose puck off the draw. It comes back to Miles on the point. He tries to rip a slap shot. The puck was on end, so he didn't get much of it. Puck goes down into the corner. Luke grabs it, sends it up the wall to Hiram. Hiram takes it to the net. Loose puck comes to Owen out on the point. He sends it back down low to Hiram. Hiram controls in the corner.
Oh my God.
Hiram comes out of the corner with it. He's looking for somebody to pass to. Pelly. Oh, good. Great give and go by Colmer. Hiram tries to get it to the net, and the great shot by Colmer. He couldn't get it to go. Good save. Hiram sends it back to Owen on the point. He dumps it back down on the wall. Boulder chips it out. Miles picks it up. He's looking to send it up the wall to Pelly. Pelly can't handle it in his skates. He sends it over to Luke. Boulder's going to pick that up and try to take it into the zone. They come down deep in the zone, right at Anthony. He makes a great save on a shot down low. Owen sends it up the wall to Luke. Puck is rolling, unfortunately, so he couldn't get there. It's going to be icing. We got 21 seconds left on the power play. 10:38 left in the second. Wholesale changes by the Scouts. Hudson, Steven, Carson up front. Harper, Brianna on defense. Face off to the left of Anthony. Hudson loses the draw back to Boulder. They dump it back in. Steven picks it up on the wall, tries to get to the middle. He chips it up to the neutral zone to Carson. Carson can't quite get there. Steven sends it back in. Boulder controls the puck now. Oh, good interception by Hudson. Keep it in the zone. He sends it down low to Steven. Steven can't get to the puck. Puck comes up the wall. Brianna tries to hold it in, but couldn't. Boulder, if they hurry, they can have a 2-on-1 here. They shoot it wide. Steven tries to handle it up the wall. He can't. Now it's up through the neutral zone. Boulder controls back in their blue line. They send it up the wall. Boulder carries it into the offensive zone. They try to get it to the net. That doesn't work. Steven sends it over to Hiram, who's got a breakaway. Oh, what a shot. Hiram gets his own rebound and puts it in for a goal. That's his second of the game. 3-0 Scouts. 9:37 left in the second. What a great pass by Steven there to see Hiram all by himself up in the neutral zone. Hiram wins the center ice faceoff. Back to Owen. He tries to chip it out of the zone. Boulder takes a shot. Nice save by Anthony there. Good glove save. Faceoff will be to the left of Anthony. Hiram wins it back to the corner. Owen sends it up the wall. It gets blocked by a Boulder player. They try shooting on net. Anthony makes another nice save down low. Boulder is controlling the puck in our zone. Sends it out on the high wall. Hiram gets the loose puck. He sends it up through the neutral zone. Puck gets deflected. Calvin dumps it into the Boulder zone. They try carry it out. They send it up through the neutral zone. Good breakout pass. Take a shot on Anthony, and another easy but good save by Anthony. .8:47 left in the second period. 3-0 Scouts. Hudson, Pelly, Luke up front. Harper, Brianna on defense. Puck goes to the wall. Pelly picks it up. He tries to move it through the middle. Luke picks it up at the blue line. Can't quite get it out of the zone. Boulder dumps it back in deep. That's going to ring around. Hudson's going to pick it up on the high wall. Send it out to the neutral zone. Boulder sends it back. A nice regroup pass up to their wing. They take a shot. He didn't get all that. Anthony made a good save, though. Deflects it into the corner. Boulder controls. Oh, good stick check by Brianna. They send it up to Pelly. Pelly brings it to the neutral zone over to Luke. Back to Pelly. He comes in through the slot. Can't quite stick handle through four guys. He was all by himself. Good effort. Boulder brings it back down on Brianna. Brianna does a nice job of breaking that play up into the zone. She sends it up to Pelly. Pelly dumps it in. He's going to go for a change. Hiram gets the puck down low. He goes to the net with it. Loose puck out front. Hiram gets control again. He sends it back to our defenseman, but Owen was not up on the blue line, so it comes out in the neutral zone. He tries to buy some time on the wall. Boulder takes it over. Steven picks it up. He circles back. He's probably going to go end-to-end with it. Into the zone. Nice move. Takes a shot from the left side. Off the post. Hiram controls back to Miles. Miles dumps it in back behind the net. Carson picks it up. He goes back behind the net to Hiram. Hiram goes out front. No one quite there. He didn't quite see Steven Hire in the slot. Boulder comes back. Hiram does an unbelievable back-checking job. Unbelievable back-checking effort there by Hiram. So that kid couldn't get a shot off. And Boulder's going to get a penalty out of this one. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Anyway. They're going to give Hiram a holding penalty. Scouts fans are not happy about this call. So Boulder's going to go on the the power play with 6:45 left in the second. The Scouts are still up 3-0. Referee doesn't like the chatter from the crowd, but that's what you get when you make calls like that. We got Hudson, Kyle up front, Brianna, Harper back on defense. A little bit of a delay here with the clock, trying to get the penalty up on the scoreboard. Okay, we're ready. Hudson wins it back to Harper. Harper sends it back up the wall. Boulder actually controls. They're in the corner. They send it to the point. They shoot it right on Anthony. Anthony makes a nice save. Boulder won that draw. Had a nice opportunity off Anthony. Anthony made a nice save. That shot hit Anthony in the helmet, so they have to call it dead. 107 left in the Scouts' penalty kill. 6:22 left in the second. Still 3-0 Scouts. We're going to change the forwards for the Scouts here. Steven and Calvin will be out on the penalty kill. Owen and Miles back on D. Boulder wins the draw. They send it back to the D. They send it to the far side. Can't handle it. Puck's in the corner. They take the puck behind the net. They control it. Oh, Miles picks up the loose puck, and he's going to go with it. Good play by Miles. He gets it across the red line. He dumps it deep in the zone. That's going to kill some time on the penalty kill. Boulder carries it out. They send it into our zone. It gets deflected. Owen controls it, loses it, and they bring it back up out front, and they score. .545 left in the second. It's now 3-1 Scouts.
All right, Aaron, let's go, baby.
Hiram wins a draw forward, but Boulder controls the puck. They send it back in deep. They're trying to dump and chase here. They're doing a good job. They're getting the loose pucks. They're controlling the lower end of the offensive zone, and then they send it out front like that. They get great opportunities. We got to start winning races to the puck here because they've got our number right now in the offensive zone. Luke picks up the puck in the corner. He just throws it. That's outside the zone. That'll be offsides.
Let's go.
The dump and chase play by Boulder is really working for them right now. We've got to get back, get to loose pucks, break out of the zone quicker. Loose puck in the neutral zone. Boulder dumps it in. Brianna over to Harper, up the wall. Stevens there. This puck is still loose. Puck comes all the way across the zone. Brianna picks it up. She takes it through the neutral zone, sends it up the wall. That's no icing. Carson chases it down in the corner. Hudson there to help him out. Hudson comes out of there with it. Sends it up to Bree. Shot. Oh, great. Oh, what a tip. Loose puck. It's in. Oh, man. I think Carson got that one. He got the loose puck and put it in. Great shot by Brianna. Great job by the forwards to have guys out front screening the goalie and getting rebounds. And they put it in. It's 4-1 Scouts. 4:32 left in the second. Wholesale changes here for the Scouts. Hiram centering Calvin and Kyle. Owen and Miles back on D. Draw comes over to Kyle on the wall. He dumps it into the zone. Goes behind the net. Hiram there to pressure the D. They send it around up the wall. He's going to have plenty of time to break out of the zone. He sends it to the far side up the neutral zone. They back in our defenseman. Miles with the nice blocked. They shoot it. Anthony with a great save. Hiram coming up into the neutral zone. He's just going to go around everybody with some speed. They poke check it. He gets control again behind the net. He's looking. Kyle picks it up behind the net. He sends it to the defenseman. Brianna shoots. Oh, Hiram had a great opportunity out front to tip that in. He gets control. Sends it over to Kyle. Oh, what a play. What an unbelievable save by the Boulder goalie on that one-timer by Kyle. What a play by Hiram. Kyle comes into the slot. He shoots high off the goalie's shoulder. Rebound is loose into the corner. Hudson picks it up. He's coming around behind the net. He's looking for the defenseman. Brianna shoots it, deflects off the forward into the far corner. Calvin picks it up, sends it to Hudson in the slot. He can't control it. Boulder gets control. They send it up to the neutral zone. They dump it back into our zone. They're going for a change, so we'll have plenty of time for Miles here to pick up the puck and set up and break out of the zone. He comes around the right side of Anthony. He sends it up to Luke in the neutral zone. Luke and Hudson are coming in. Luke gets it chipped off his stick. Pelly tries to dump it in. It comes out to the neutral zone. Harper's there, loses it, tries to get it over to Brianna. They come in 2-on-1. Oh, what a save by Anthony. The puck goes wide. What a save by Anthony. Hudson picks it up in the corner. He sends it up the wall to Pelly. Pelly can't control it. Defenseman dumps it back in. Hudson sends it up to Pelly in the neutral zone. He's going to take it into the zone. He's going to try a dangle. No, can't get it through the defender's skates. Puck comes up the wall. Boulder breaks it out in the neutral zone. Boulder brings it in, tries to toe drag, shoot. It goes wide. Back out of the zone. That's going to be offsides. 2 minutes and 6 seconds left in the second. 4-1 Scouts. Steven's going to center Kyle and Carson here. Harper and Owen on defense. I'm sorry, Miles and Owen on defense. Face off in the neutral zone. Boulder controls, brings it in. They shoot it right in Anthony's chest. Easy save. Face off to the right of Anthony. Steven taking the draw. Boulder wins the draw back to their defenseman on the blue line. They chip it in, back down deep into the zone. Owen's there to send it over to Miles. Miles fights forward along the wall. Steven tries to pick it up, take it up the wall. That didn't work. Boulder comes in unabated. They take a high shot off the glass, backhander. They send it back to their D, back in deep. Steven picks it up behind her net, sends it up to Kyle. Kyle on the wall. He sends it up to the neutral zone. Carson tries to pick up the loose puck. Can't quite get there. And there's going to be an offsides with 1:24 left in the second period. 4-1 Scouts. Wholesale changes for both teams. Hiram, Calvin, Luke up front. Harper, Brianna back on D. Hiram chips it. Loose puck. Nobody decides who wants it. Puck up the wall. Boulder controls it. Now we got a 2-on-1 coming back for Boulder. They shoot it from the wall. Oh, nice centering pass. He can't control that puck. Harper's battling in the corner for it. Boulder picks it up, controls it. Good poke check by Calvin. He tries to throw it up the wall. No luck there. Still keeping it in the zone. Oh, there's a tripping penalty on Calvin. So with 43 seconds left, Scouts will go on a penalty kill. Colmer and Lee up front. Kane and Mintz back on defense. little bit of a delay here. Clock operator can't quite seem to figure out the penalty situation on the score clock. Still delayed here for scoreboard issues. I think they're going to run it manually and just play. They know how much time's left. Hudson wins it to the wall. Boulder picks it up and controls. Boulder shoots at the puck. Hudson sends it out of the zone off the rebound. Boulder picks it up in the neutral zone. They throw it to our zone. We intercept it, try to get it back down deep. They get control of it. Hudson's going to get a slashing penalty. He got away with the first one, but as soon as he slashed him with the second one, he called it. So now we're going to be down 2 players with 21 seconds left in the second period. Hiram, Miles, and Owen on defense. Hiram can't win the draw. Boulder wins it back to their defenseman. They take a shot. What an unbelievable block by Hiram. He picks up the loose puck. He brings it around the net. He's going to go end to end with it. He gets it deep in the zone. And there's a checking penalty. There's a checking penalty on Boulder. Great individual effort by Hiram. So that negates the 5-on-3. So it'll be 4-on-3 when we start the third period. 4-1 Scouts. All right, here we go with the third period. It'll be 4-on-3. Boulder's got the power play here for about 47 seconds. They bring it into the zone. Steven picks up the loose puck. He takes it around the defenseman. He's coming in on a breakaway. Oh, he scores! The goalie caught just a piece of it with his glove, but it trickled in. What a good shot by Steven. So it's now 5-1. 12:41 left in the third. Still 4-on-3.
Hey, don't get him, man.
Boulder's trying to take the face-off with 5 players. So referees are getting it figured out here. Hiram, Harper, Brianna out for us on the penalty kill here. Hiram wins the draw. He controls. He's just going to stick handle, kill some time. Good heads-up play here. He sends it over to Brianna. She sends it, tries to send it over to Harper. It goes back into our zone. He sends it up the wall, back to their defenseman. They send it across the offensive zone, over to the far corner. They chip it along to the other corner. Brianna goes to challenge them there. It's now 4-on-4 for 14 more seconds. Boulder shoots it in on Anthony, and that'll be a face-off in the Scouts' defensive zone. 12 minutes left in the third, 5-1 Scouts. 9 seconds left on the penalty kill. Steven, Owen, Miles, and Carson out on the ice. Boulder wins a draw. They shoot it wide. It comes back out to their defenseman. They bring it in. They try to get a shot off. Loose puck out front. Anthony makes a great save. Sitting on his bum, not knowing where the puck was. He was just trying to fill the net. It is now 5-on-4. Hudson picks up the puck in the neutral zone. He sends it in deep. Boulder picks it up behind the net. It is now, everything is full strength now, 5-on-5 right now. They send it around the wall. Try break out of the zone. Errant pass to the middle. Steven picks up the loose puck. He's going to the net with it. Sends it. Oh, he tried to go far post on the backhand. There's a good shot. Just went wide. Puck in the neutral zone. Miles intercepts a loose puck. He sends it in deep. Boulder controls the puck. They break out. Miles comes, makes a nice play, intercepts that puck, shoots it in on net. Kyle grabs the loose puck, or tried to. Boulder controls, and they're going to ice the puck. Four left in the third, 5-1 Scouts. We are 5-on-5 here, despite what the clock says. Hiram, Kyle, Kelvin up front. Harper, Brianna on defense. Boulder controls that draw. They send it up to Brianna on D. She tries to get it to the net, gets blocked. She tries again. That one does make it to the net. Goalie steers it to the corner. Boulder picks up the loose puck in the corner. They're going to tried to go far side with it. Calvin's going to intercept that puck. He's going to dangle, get it over to Kyle. Oh, what a great shot. Great try. Good save by their goalie. 10:18 left in the third, 5-1 Scouts. Hiram taking the draw to the right of the Boulder goalie. Puck goes into the corner. Boulder chips it out. They control. They're bringing it out of the zone in the neutral zone. Brianna does a nice job of breaking that puck up. Hiram picks up the loose puck off the wall. He's bringing it in the neutral zone. He'll carry it into the offensive zone. Puck gets away from him in the corner. He's battling in the corner. Still controlling up by the blue line. He shoots it. Just goes wide. Calvin picks up the puck behind the net off the rebound. Boulder's going to get that loose puck. They send it up the wall. They're going to break out of the zone, coming through the neutral zone here. And that's an offsides call. So 9:35 left in the third, still 5-1. Hudson, Luke, Pelly up front. Boulder wins the draw. They carry it into the zone. They send it over to the far side. Their player sends it up to the D. He holds it in. Hudson picks up the loose puck. It's a 3-on-1. And somebody was offsides. Somebody got a little anxious. Neutral zone face-off. Hudson wins it back to Miles. Miles chips it up to Luke on the wall. Boulder dumps it in on Anthony. That'll be no icing. Miles goes and picks up the loose puck over to the corner. Pelly's there to pick it up the wall. He tries to chip it up to Hudson. No luck there. Oh. Going to have a delayed penalty here on Boulder for roughing. It's referees just need to let them play. That was not a roughing. 8:51 left in the third. We're going to go on the power play here. Hiram, Carson, Steven up front. Miles, Owen on defense.
On differentials, it's 5-6 this tournament.
Hiram wins the draw to the wall. Steven picks it up. Loose puck there. Boulder chips it out of the zone. Owen's there. He's going to hold it on the wall. He sends it back to Miles in the neutral zone. Miles head up. Great pass to Steven in the neutral zone. That puck gets deflected. Owen's there to pick up the loose puck. He's going to come around the net. He tried to get it to Hiram on a breakout pass up the slot, and that's going to go for icing.
Hey, take the brakes off.
8:21 left in the third. 5-1 still. 1 minute, 1 second left on the power play for the Scouts. Hiram wins it back to Brianna. She sends a nice pass to Steven. Steven to Carson through the neutral zone. This looks great. Great entry. Boulder controls the puck. Steven battles for him in the corner. Carson back there to help. Boulder picks up the loose puck. They've got plenty of ice here to skate it out of the zone. Up to the neutral zone. Puck deflects off. They try to send it across the slot. Nobody there. Boulder carries it behind the net. They're just wasting. This is a good penalty kill. He brings it back behind the net. Tries to throw it to his defenseman. He can't handle it. It's blocked by Steven. Steven's going to try to get around him. No. Loose puck in the neutral zone. Brianna picks it up. Tries to send it across to Steven. It gets deflected. Loose puck in the neutral zone. Boulder picks it up. They enter the zone. They go to the net with it. Can't get a shot off. Hudson throws it out of the zone. Calvin's there, maybe? No. He can't chip it behind the defenseman. Boulder brings it into the zone, and that's going to be offsides. 6:50 left in the third. Everybody back to full strength, 5-on-5. Hudson, Calvin, Kyle up front. Owen, Miles on defense. Boulder wins the puck back. They're controlling it through the neutral zone. Kyle breaks up that pass. They send it across. Boulder enters the zone. Shot on Anthony. Easy save for Anthony. Face-off will be to Anthony's right side. Hiram comes in for Hudson. Puck goes to the wall off the draw. Boulder defenseman takes a shot. It goes wide. Owen there on the wall. He tries to get it out of the zone. Boulder controls that puck. He chips it up to Kyle. Kyle's going to skate it out of the zone. Good back-checking effort there by Boulder. Loose puck on the wall by the Boulder bench. Kyle picks it up, chips it into the zone. He's going for a change. Calvin's going for a change. Hiram's the lone forechecker. Boulder rings it around, sends it up the wall. They get the loose puck. They're bringing it into the neutral zone. Oh, great hustle by Luke. Get after that loose puck. He goes into the wall. Loose puck in the neutral zone. Hiram picks it up. He's going to take it in, shoot, and it goes high, wide. Boulder picks up the rebound, loose puck. They bring in one guy on 4. They bring it into the zone. Our back checkers carry the puck. And Boulder's going to get another penalty. Just undisciplined physical play there by Boulder. So we're going to go on the power play here. 5:32 left in the third. Still 5-1 Scouts. Steven, Carson, Pelly up front. Steven wins the draw back, but it gets back behind Harper. Harper sends it back up the wall in the neutral zone. Steven gets it at the blue line, and they're going to call that offsides. Good draw, win by Steven. Back to Harper. He dumps it in deep. Pelly's going to chase the loose puck. He gets it. He tries to bring it up the corner. Boulder player gets control of the loose puck. They throw it to the neutral zone. Harper gathers it, sends it across to Brianna. She sends it back to Harper. We're getting deep in our zone here. We got to... Boulder picks it up. They're just skating with it through our zone. And killing the penalty. They take a shot from the wall. Anthony with an easy save there, but they still control it back behind our net. They're passing it around the zone, playing keep away with it. Anthony with a great save on the rebound from the shot from the point. Carson's got a loose puck. It's going to be a 2-on-1, Carson and Steven. Carson dangles. He gets poke checked. Boulder controls. He brings it into the zone. Good shot. Anthony with a great save. 4:11 left in the third. 10 seconds left on the power play. Haven't had much of an opportunity to set up on the power play in the offensive zone. Boulder's done a nice job killing the penalty and playing keep away in our defensive zone. Hiram wins it up the wall. Calvin sends it and chips it in. Hiram's going to race for it, but it's icing. Two seconds left on the power play. 4:03 left in the third. Still 5-1 Scouts.
Go, Scouts!
Hiram wins the draw. He tries to send it up the wall. They get it out of the zone. Boulder brings it back in. They take a shot. Anthony with another good save. Face-off will be to the left of Anthony. 3:51 left in the third. Hudson, Luke, Pelly up front. Hudson wins it back to Brianna. Up to Pelly. He can't handle it. Loose puck on the blue line. Boulder holds it in. They come into the high slot. They dangle Harper. Harper's going to get a tripping penalty. He came across and left his stick right in the skates of the puck carrier, so that's an easy tripping call. So we're going to go on the penalty kill. 3:40 left in the third. Hudson, Pelly, Miles, Brianna out to kill this penalty. Hudson wins the draw back to Brianna. Picks up the loose puck. They dump it in. No icing there. Boulder brings it around their net. Carries it out of the zone. They're looking for somebody to pass to in the neutral zone. This kid's going to go end-to-end with it. He gets cut off by our defenders at the blue line. Brianna gets the loose puck behind the net. Tries to send it to Hudson. Hudson can't handle it. Brianna throws it up to Pelly. Pelly chips it out of the zone. 1-on-3 for Pelly. He does a nice job getting it deep into their zone. Great job by Pelly. Great individual effort. He still controls it behind the net. 38 seconds left in the penalty kill. He's doing a great job holding the puck in their zone. What a great job by Pelly. Man, he's still battling down there. He's going to need a change quick now, though. His battery's done. Boulder brings it in the zone. They tried to drag pass through the slot. Miles grabs the loose puck. He's battling in the corner for that loose puck. He picks it up, brings it behind the net. He brings it up the wall. Steven's there to help. Steven's got the puck in the neutral zone. Loose puck still. They dump it in. Penalty kill is over. We're back to 5-on-5 here. Hiram grabs the loose puck in their zone. He's behind the net now. Goes back to the corner with it. He picks up the loose puck on the face-off dot. He loses it, and Steven's going to get a tripping penalty. Too much stick work. Kids tripping all over the place. Probably could have called a dive there too, but they're not going to do that when they're down 5-1. So 1:49 left in the third. We're back on the penalty kill. Still 5-1 Scouts. Hiram, Kyle, Brianna, Harper out for this kill. Boulder wins the draw to the wall. They send it back to their defenseman. He stick handles. He's patient, controls it, loses the puck on the wall. Harper's there to challenge him for the loose puck. They pick it up, send it back to the high wall. He circles over into the slot area. Looks to shoot on net. Rebound. Anthony with an amazing save. Harper with another glove save on the rebound. Hiram tries to carry it out of the zone. He loses it. Hiram with a great individual effort there on the defense. Brianna brings it up the wall. Kyle gets it out of the zone. We got 1 minute left in the third. Kyle brings it deep into the Boulder zone. He tries to throw it in front. Nobody's there. Loose puck comes out to the neutral zone. Loose puck still in the neutral zone. Boulder picks it up. They try to control it. Toe drag through the slot. It gets poked loose. Hudson takes it up through the neutral zone. And it's not going to go for an icing. but it's deep in their zone. Hudson brings it to the net. He tries to shoot it from zero angle. It goes up to Miles on the point. He sends it to the net. Calvin was there but couldn't get the loose puck bouncing. Owen sends it back deep. Hudson there. He's battling for the puck. Boulder tries to bring it out. They send it up to the neutral zone, lose control. Miles sends it back to the Boulder player in the neutral zone. He tries to toe drag through the zone. Hudson picks it up. Tries to dangle. That never works. He loses control, and that'll be the end of the game. Scouts win 5-1. First big win of the tournament. We'll see you later this afternoon.
Yes.